here. We're going to hear from somebody with Chicago Bulls. They just finished off a 15-point win over the Indiana Pacers. We'll get to that in a few minutes when it becomes available. Anything stand out for you tonight so far?
I'm looking forward to watching Portland, Miami a little bit. Milwaukee looks really good. Brooklyn doesn't look really good, and how that's going to play out. But, I feel like there's a lot of parity in the league. Though.
Yes.
You just don't get those gimme games anymore. Everybody's competitive. Even that Knicks Hornets game. Hornets shorthanded, but they put up a heck of a fight.
Yeah, the parity in the league and the star power in the league that's on the rise, from some of the younger players, it's a good thing to see. But again, the parity and the unknowns, like we're talking about Utah, the start that they've gotten off to in marketing and the way he's playing, right? It's good to see. It's really good to see.
Same with San Antonio. Portland unbeaten at this point. It's a surprise to a lot of folks, not to GA, but to a lot of folks out there so far. But again, we're a week into the season. A lot will happen between now and June. A lot happened tonight in Chicago. Bulls win at 124-109. Zach LaVine with an efficient 28 points, 6 boards, and 5 assists. Got those 28 on just 13 shots. And Zach is with us from Chi-Town. There he is. Hey, Zach, good to have you with us. Congratulations on the win tonight. What would you guys like to be better at collectively than last year? What was sort of your the change you wanted to make with this team after a good season last year?
I mean, last year was the first time we were all playing together. So just a little bit more continuity. And then us, obviously, playing against the top-end teams. I think we were 6th last year in the East, and I think we're 2-20 against, some of the top teams. So I think we got to do a better job playing them and beating those teams, because in the playoffs, that's what you got to do.
Yep, that was the big thing with you guys last year. Tonight, 34 assists. What does that tell you about the flow of the offense?
We're moving the ball well. Everybody's getting their touches, and, some nights somebody's going to get 30, some nights somebody else going to get 30 or 25, whatever it is. But we're all touching it. And, we got to take care of offense at the defensive end. And once we play hard on that end, it's going to be fine.
Zach, Isaiah here, one of my favorite people. As you know, I'm talking to you. Love you, brother. And
I appreciate you.
Just wanted to ask you again how you feeling, how you bouncing back from the injuries, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about how Drummond is fitting in with you and your thoughts on him.
Yeah, no, I feel good. Obviously, I had the little knee scope in the off season. Feeling good. Obviously, getting out there first couple games, just getting your feet wet again. But that's normal. You know how to play basketball at the end of the day. So, but Drummond's been great, man. Ultimate rebounder, big time screen setter. So it helps me get downhill, and he lobs, he's cleaning up the glass. So he's been great so far.
Hey, Zach, congrats on the win tonight. Welcome back, man. Good to see you out there healthy. You talked about that 2-20 record against the elite teams. Is that something that was on your mind personally all off season? Because you guys shouldn't have been that bad against elite teams. You guys have a lot of talent. You showed it over the course of the season. But what do you feel has to be different, though, this season in order for you to be more competitive against the best teams?
Yeah, I mean, we were competitive. We're just losing those games. And, we have to be able to come through. I think in the fourth quarter against those teams, you have to have an all-around game. And through stretches, I think, either offensively or defensively, we weren't connected. So having a full 48 game, there's going to be swings, obviously. But, going out there and making sure that we put the whole game plan together.
Zach, as someone in the league and as a fan of the league as well, was there a particular storyline outside of Chicago that caught your interest over the course of the summer? Summer is always filled with so many different interesting plot lines.
Like, as in, like, what?
Anything.
Shoot, I was just rehabbing the whole summer, man. That was the first time I wasn't able really to play basketball, and it sucked. But obviously, free agent for me was great. Being able to re-sign, didn't have to think a lot about that. I thought, shout out my boy Jamal Crawford. His program was going off the charts. I wish I was able to play in that. So there's some storylines like that.
You just missed him, by the way. He just walked off the set. Yeah,
oh,
he was sitting like 4 feet from here just a few minutes ago.
Seattle OG, man. He's the original.
He's a TV guy now.
Yeah, he's good at it too, just like he was in basketball.
He was pretty good at that as well. Zach, we appreciate the time as always. Great to see you out there and healthy again. Nice job tonight. Congrats on the win.
And an impressive showing. Hey, credit Indiana.
Killed by DeMar DeRozan. The kick out to Ayo. Ayo, nice move. Oh, and the goaltend by Jason Tatum. Nice by Ayo DeSumo. Hustling down the court and getting the basket. Coming off Vooch's screen. Oh, nice move by Ayo. A nice, beautiful finish by Ayo DeSumo. Man, oh man, Ayo is playing hard in this one. Ayo for 3. Cash. Ayo has been consistent knocking down that shot. Very consistent starting out these couple games this season. Oh, he froze Jason Tatum. Oh, okay, Ayo. Straight from Chicago. Nice pass to Zach LaVine. Cash. Nice play by Zach LaVine. Okay, we got Ayo bringing it up the court. Okay, we got Bradley with the pick. Ayo pulls up. Cash. Vooch, get him in the low post. Don't hurt him, Vooch. Vooch the fadeaway. Oh, happy birthday, Vooch.
Man, if Javonte don't do nothing else, he gonna do this right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take off. If he don't do nothing else, Javonte is gonna do that right there. Every single time. Every single time. Nice pass by Dragic. Take flight, flush it. Great job, bro.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is G Walker, one half of the CNG Podcast.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the CNG Podcast Bulls Show. This is episode 1. G Walker, how you doing today, man?
2.
Episode 2. Yeah, I'm sorry, 2. How you doing today, G Walker?
I'm blessed, man. Another good day in Chicago, bro. I feel good, man. How are you?
Man, I'm good, man. Getting ready to let's get these Bulls videos out, man. As far as I'm talking about these last 2 games with the Celtics and the Pacers.
Let's get to it, bro.
Yeah, we ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. So the Bulls played the Celtics on Monday, man. They had a hell of a game. And we're going to pull up some player stats from that game. So sorry about the screen, y'all. I tried to make it as big as possible, but these are the player stats from that game for the Chicago Bulls. And actually the final score, excuse me, y'all, I was supposed to put this one first. The final score of the game was 120-102, Bulls with the victory. So and these were the player stats. As we're looking at it, Debo, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Ayo, 22 points, 4 of 4 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Zach LaVine, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Vooch, big game, 18 points, 23 rebounds, 5 assists. Derrick Jones Jr., 10 points. Dragic has 6 assists with 7 points. AC 7 points, and the list goes on and on. Andre Drummond 12 rebounds. Pretty much everyone else had an okay game and whatnot. But G Walker, first I want to get your thoughts. What did you think about the Bulls playing the Celtics? Did you have the Bulls beating the Celtics in this game?
You know what, man? I can't even lie to you, bro. I did not have us winning this game. I actually thought it was going to be a blowout, man. But to see them come out the way they did and came out prepared, Billy got his team together and everybody contributed, man. There was so many people that was on that box score you did show. It looked like we should have won, you know what I mean? So I didn't have a pick, you know what I mean? I was pleasantly surprised. So, we beat the Celtics, which was a conference finals team in a championship last year. So we beat them pretty handily. So, I can't complain, bro. I can't complain at all. I'm glad we got the W, man, for sure.
Yeah, and G Walker, probably unplug your mic and plug it back in because you real choppy. It's like real choppy.
Is that better now?
Go ahead and say something.
Yo.
Yeah, it's a little bit better now. But my thoughts on this game. Yeah, and okay, there we go. Yeah, my thoughts on this game was I thought the Bulls came out they came out with a whole nother game plan in the second half. Because it seemed like in the first half, the Celtics was like putting their foot on their neck. And they actually was beating them by 19 points. But just the fact that the Bulls came back in that second half, and it seemed like there was a whole nother team, man. And the fact that those guys just came out and just played outstanding. A whole team effort, man. Everybody pretty much from Zach, from Debo, from Vooch, from even Drummond getting the 12 rebounds. Seemed like everyone did their part. Some players struggled. Pat struggled a little bit. It's going to happen here and there. But other than that, man, the only thing I care about is the W, man. And the Bulls beat the Celtics in Boston. Man, no, I'm sorry, in Chicago. But the fact that they just beat them, it says a lot, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's just a good win for a team that's supposed to be a playoff team. That's supposed to be competing with the top Eastern Conference teams in the NBA in the regular season, all season. So for us to get a win against a top Eastern Conference team shows that we can play with anybody in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And G Walker, man, I definitely want to ask you this question because again, man, we know how high we've been on our boy Patrick Williams, and the fact that he struggled during this game, and people already want to throw in the towel on him. What did you want to see from Patrick Williams from this game precisely? Because we know we've been preaching about him playing more aggressive. Did this game, particularly this game, did it disappoint you? The fact that we've been saying the same thing about him, and in the last couple of games, his body language has been off. Tell me what you think about that.
I just think Patrick Williams got to just understand that he has to play ball, man. Patrick Williams has been blessed with a lot of gifts, man. Physically, he's been blessed with height. He's been blessed with a lot of natural gifts that he hasn't really earned. You know what I mean? So now he's at a point to where he has to work hard with the God-given ability. So that's what we're seeing from him. We're seeing a kid that pretty much didn't play basketball his whole life. Now that I get to know more and more about him, looks like he was situated his whole life. Things like that, man. So he's been blessed with a lot of natural things. He was the 4th overall pick, 6th man off the bench at Florida State. So it just seems like he has to find his niche on this team. So was I disappointed? A little bit. But now that I know the type of person and player he is, his background, I'm not really surprised no more. If Patrick wants to stay in the NBA and stay on this team, he's going to have to do the little bit of things. He's going to have to cut. He's going to have to drive. He's going to have to fight for rebounds. He's going to have to block shots. That's what Patrick has to do. He has to follow the lead of what everybody else on his team is doing. Everybody else is contributing and doing whatever they can. And him being as physically gifted as he is, he should be doing a little bit more. So once he gets the mindset, it's not going to come easy. Like everything else in his life has came easy to him. And he has to understand he has to work hard. You just can't. It just can't be talent. So we're going to see, man. But yeah, I was a little bit disappointed, but not surprised.
Okay, G Walker, that was a great take, bro. I could have said it no better than myself. Well, let's move on to this Indiana Pacers, man. Let's move on to the Pacers, and I believe you got a couple of overlays. I haven't seen these overlays yet, but I'm excited to see them and see what we're going to talk about next. So if you want to go ahead and pull those up, let's do that.
It's just the Bulls beat the Pacers, man. It's pretty much back-to-back wins. We won 124-109. So it just was an all-around game, man. The best thing about this game was that Zach LaVine looked like he had a shot back. He shot 6 from 8 from 3. He hit 6 threes this game. So I was very impressed. I didn't watch this game, caught a little bit of pieces of it. I didn't see all of it, but what I did see was another team effort from everybody to beat this team. We came out beating them really bad, and of course, bad habits came. We almost gave this game away. I do remember that. We got it together. We didn't give this game away, and we actually won this game. So I was very impressed with that, man.
And I wish you would have saw the game, especially in the first quarter, because your boy Patrick Williams, definitely showed that he could be a player in this league. He played aggressive, bro, driving the ball to the basket, putting his body into people, just out muscling people. This is the Patrick Williams that I think everybody's been wanting to see. Of course, he's not going to get the shots that you want him to get, but when he does get the ball, just take off with it and do your thing. And he definitely did that. And I also heard that his brother had to talk to him. His brother may have told him, "Hey, man, you're too damn talented not to be playing aggressive. You're too damn talented not to be out there, giving it an effort. Your body language is bad. Everything about how you was playing and doing in those previous games didn't look too good. So, you can tell he definitely had someone in his ear, which was his brother. And it showed, man, especially in that first quarter.
And that's all you pretty much can ask for on this team that's loaded and it's a playoff team. You have to do the little bitty things to contribute to your team, and you can't look like a sore thumb. You can't look like a square in a circle. You got to be ready to go with whatever everybody else is doing. So if that's what he did, I'm good with it. Hopefully he can grow from that and continue that type of play, because he's not going to get the shots that he wants, that he think he was drafted for. It's not going to work. So you got to do the dirty work, bro.
Okay. Just my final take on this game, man. I agree with everything that you pretty much said as far as the Bulls definitely was beating this team in around that first half. Around that third quarter, they let the Pacers get back into it. That one kid, I can't pronounce his name, Benedict, whatever his name is, he was knocking down shots. It seemed like those guys just knocking down three. Buddy Hill had a big night. So, Bulls gave up a lot of 3-point shots in that third quarter. And that's what pretty much put the Pacers back into this game. But in the fourth quarter, that defense, the offense, defense turned to offense. Everybody, on that bench did an outstanding job. And I've been most surprised by the bench with Drummond, with Dragic, because these are two players that people wrote off and said that, oh, these guys are okay players. They're not going to come in and make big of a difference. Well, they proved everybody wrong in these first couple games. They come out there, changed the bench completely. Guys are out there knowing where they're supposed to be. They're playing at a pace. Dragic is finding Drummond on these alley-oop plays. He has several of them, in the last couple games. And, man, it's just a beautiful thing to see.
I totally agree. The bench looks great with those two veterans, a veteran point guard and a veteran big man that can rebound like crazy. And we're going to move on to the next overlay, which is that he's trying to make the best out of his minutes, and which is the only thing you can ask for a guy that's the backup center. And he's averaging probably about 11 rebounds a game. So it's cool to see we got an actual second big man coming in to help Vooch and give him a breather after him playing his minutes in the first quarters, man. So Drummond so far has been looking good to me, bro. What you think about him rebounding like he been?
Man, I didn't expect anything less, because he's been doing this his entire career. You have a guy that comes in and been rebounding since he was a teenager and still doing it. He's only 28 years old. I mean, we talking like this dude is 32, 33. He's only 28. He's been in the league 10 years, and it shows, man. He's definitely one of the best rebounders in the game right now. And as far as that we got him on this team, I mean, that's a blessing within itself.
Hey, yeah, and I agree, man. He even called himself the best rebounder of this generation, which it's kind of hard to debate. And it's actually information that could back that up. So let's just keep it moving to the next overlay. I know we talked about this young man before, but we're going to talk about him again. Got this one right here. It says this is out of Patrick Williams' mouth. I think we all trust him as in Billy Donovan to make the right adjustments, subs, and things like that to win the game. So I'm all for it. As long as we win the game, that's the biggest focus. That's the right attitude to have. But at the same time, Patrick Williams, he has to understand that he has to do more. The coaches can only do so much. So Patrick Williams has to understand that he's in a moment, and he has to understand that the game is the game. The adjustments are the adjustments, but the game is the game. And you can affect the game way more than what you're showing right now. So that's very politically correct. But, bro, you got to pay a little bit better. Give us a little bit more from that 4 position. What you think about this statement?
I definitely agree with a lot of what you said. And Patrick Williams got to understand, you are still a part of this team. You are still a big piece of this team. Those guys are going to need you to play, because we've seen DeMar DeRozan been struggling over the last couple of games. I mean, Okay, yeah. The Celtics, he had 25 points, but this last game, he didn't do pretty much nothing at all. And I thought this was a great opportunity for Patrick Williams to come out and play well, and he did. He just has to continue to do his part moving forward. You know, we know you're not going to get the shots, but you got to do other things to affect the game. They need you out there. There's no one on that team that is young as you, that has the potential that you have. So you have to come out here every single night playing these games like it's the last for the Chicago Bulls. That has to be his mindset moving forward. As long as he keeps that mentality, I think he'll be all right.
And I totally agree. We're gonna get to this last overlay is Patrick Williams, and this is what somebody said to him on the coaches on the Bulls team. You got to stick with it. And just to give people a little bit of insight, what that means, stick with it is that Patrick Williams might be struggling with the shots that he wants. He wants to probably create. He probably knows that he's not playing well right now, and he's not performing up to the standard that he probably set for himself and the team set for him. So the NBA game is a long game. It's rigorous. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So they just telling Patrick, man, to pretty much stay with it, man. Don't give up. Don't give up, man, and just keep on grinding out, developing your skill set. And that's the thing about Patrick Williams is you leaving a lot of meat on the bone. And when I say that, I mean as far as just because you're not getting 12 shots don't mean that you can't learn to be a cutter, learn to be an offensive rebounder, learn how to be a defensive rebounder, learn how to help better in defense. You can still grow your game doing the little things up, even when you're not getting the touches that you think you deserve. And when you get those touches, he'll be an even more complete player. So he has to stick with it. So what you think about that?
I just want to say one thing to make this clear. The comparison to Javonte Green and Patrick Williams is an unfair comparison. Javonte Green is a 6'3" guard per se that plays a lot bigger than what he is. He plays with a lot of energy. This is a former football player, so of course he understands how his body is, and he's older. Patrick Williams is 21 years old. He's trying to figure out. He's trying to find his way, and do the things that he could do. But Patrick has to understand his game. Those two players have specific skill sets that they can take advantage of. And Patrick Williams, we're not asking him to be a Javonte Green. We're asking him to be a Patrick Williams. He knows what that is. The coaching staff knows that is. He just has to stick with it, like you say, and just keep playing his game. His game.
And I totally agree with that, CJ. He just has to play his game and do what he can at the best of what he does, and he has to keep working to find that out because it's not going to be 16 shots a game and everything like Zach or DeMar or Vooch is doing. So he has to do everything else. But that's going to end it for us right here. I'm G Walker. He's CJ, and we are the CNG Podcast. So make sure you like us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, and make sure you see us on YouTube at CNG Podcast. We're going to give you guys this intro video. And we out. CJ, you got anything else?
Nope, I have nothing else. Y'all have a good day. We'll see you for episode 2 next week. We up out of here.
Peace.
Yo. What's up, everybody? This is G Walker, one half of the CNG Podcast.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast.